Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we'll be showing you how to find and solve all 12 enigmas in Assassin's Creed Mirage. Left behind.
Basim, we should keep moving.
I would like to look around first, if I may. Baghdad and its surroundings call to me.
This is likely to be the first enigma you find in the game, and it's definitely one of the trickier ones. Largely because the solution is nowhere near the area you find the clue. The enigma is near the metal factory in the city, but the solution is way out on the western bank of the wilderness area. There is a clue in the name, however, Left Behind, since you'll be heading to the abandoned village. When you get there, look along the coast for the fishing nets and you'll find your prize, a new talisman. There's also a Tale of Baghdad out here, so be sure to do that too. Find what I stole. This riddle can be a little frustrating. This is also in Harbaya, directly east of the river that leads from the wilderness north into the district. Then you've got instructions to go to the soap district and look for colorful fabrics from on high. Using Enkidu for this is easy enough, but unfortunately, there are a lot of colorful fabrics in Baghdad generally. What you're looking for are some of the canopies that don't really stand out, but underneath them is a wooden gazebo with the treasure inside. You get the black Zanji uprising dye, which the riddle writer says he risked his life for. Why he did that is anyone's guess. A holy hoard. The final enigma from Harbaya, this is another map, and it might be one of the simpler ones. After finding the enigma in the southeastern corner of the region, you'll see a crude drawing of a religious building. The crosses on top tell you that it's not a mosque, but a Christian building, so it has to be the Nestorian monastery just north of Baghdad. Go there and follow the map to the distinct tree it depicts, where the treasure will be found by the trunk. And again, there's a Tale of Baghdad involving a monk who's no stranger to combat, so make sure you don't miss that.
The rivalry between you two is legendary. It enhances the craft. I cannot choose.
A challenge. This clue is southeast of the House of Wisdom, and be sure to use Enkidu to pinpoint its location exactly. Then you've got a riddle that will test your knowledge. The clue the ram, the scales, the gourd in the passage refers to constellations, which means you'll be going to the observatory first. Incidentally, the location of another Tale of Baghdad. Head on to the small islet covered in water wheels where the river forks, near the boundary with Harbaya. Along the southwest side, you'll find a building with a water wheel that is, unlike the others, accessible, and inside you'll find a stack of papers and your treasure. The Black Rostam die. Delight by the Dome.
Oh no, I have never been inside. In fact, I have never stood closer than this very place.
Baghdad is full of distinct domes, a key feature of Islamic architecture, which might leave you scratching your head and wondering which dome this map is pointing you towards. The map is found in central Abbasiyah, close to the round city's walls, and the dome it wants you to look for is the Dome of the Ass, ass as in donkey, in the southern part of the district. You'll get the mysterious talisman after diving into the small pond in front of the dome. There's also a historical site, so you can learn about the building, which was actually built after Mirage takes place. Ubisoft chose to be historically inaccurate on purpose so that the landmark could be recreated and included.
Please, feel free to explore the House of Wisdom's many fine chambers.
The Gift. This enigma is easy to find if you've just done Delight by the Dome, because you'll find it just a little northeast of the Dome of the Ass. It's a long message written by a jilted lover that tells you to follow the river to the south of Four Markets Gate to find the treasure he cast aside after being dumped. After finding the river, you then follow it west in the direction of the setting sun, but it's not clear how long you have to follow the river for from the clue. You actually have to leave Baghdad and walk along the river into the wilderness, where you'll eventually find the treasure sitting on a rock near a wooden bridge on the south bank. Solve this problem quickly for me.
Have you found anything helpful?
There's only one enigma in Kark, and it's another riddle. It's in the northern part of Kark, close to the Round City's walls, in the Officers' Club, and once again, the solution is actually way out in the wilderness. You're instructed by the riddle to go to the village northwest of Jajaraya. So head to the Jajaraya viewpoint, which you'll find during the main story, and follow the directions. The treasure, Golden Hidden One Die, is in one of the destroyed buildings in the northwest of the burned down village, easily visible when you get close.
This is not what we agreed to.
I do what must be done. I do not need your approval.
Just rewards. On to the Round City, and we've another map that can prove difficult to decipher. The clue is in the southeast of the Round City, on a balcony over one of the gates, and the solution can be found by going straight north from here. The drawing is, unfortunately, a little vague, but it's showing the Shurta headquarters, where you'll go for a main story mission. On the south of the building, you'll come to a courtyard that, when you compare them side by side, does look distinctly like the drawing, albeit without those black flags. The treasure is the Black Abbasid Knight die, a gift for you.
Basim? Azizi? I thought you were dead.
This enigma is found in a house in the southwestern part of the Round City on the second floor. You'll need to solve one of the typical barred window puzzles that are a staple in Mirage and Valhalla before it, and then you'll get the riddle. The clue tells you to go to where men speak the opposite of poetry, while your verses set people free, their sentences in prison, which means you'll be heading to the Mausoleum Courts, which you'll also go to for the story. The treasure, a talisman, is in a small, empty fountain outside of the court's western wall.
Don't kill me. Please. Give me more time. I almost cracked it.
Joy Beneath Weeping Palms. One of the simplest maps in the game, this enigma is found in the wilderness right outside the gate of the mills along Baghdad's southern wall. It clearly shows the fields of palm trees around Palm Grove, and specifically, a smaller patch of trees below the two huge ones in the wilderness south. Head down there, and you'll soon spot the remains of a campsite with some blankets, and you can collect your treasure, the Green Hidden One die. Looking for historical sites along the way will fill out your codex with entries on Baghdad's architecture too. Surrender. The last riddle, this solution is miles away from the clue. The enigma is in Wilderness North, along Baghdad's northwest wall and near the Gate of Tahir. But to solve it, you'll need to pay close attention to the words, as an exhausted soldier talks about how he's abandoned all his worldly possessions north of the oasis in the village of his birth. This is not in the northern oasis, but the furthest northern point of the whole map, the flooded village. He talks about a dome in the riddle, so head to the sunken domed house, and on part of the ruin, you'll find the rebel's talisman.
And Basim, work quickly. You see what is at stake.
Reap from the ruins.
He does his part and I do mine. But enough. What have you discovered?
In Jajaraya, you'll find a map to an ancient ruin bearing a very familiar face, Cthulhu. If that intrigues you, look for the ruin in the most southeastern part of the map, the remnants of the ancient Mesopotamian city, Seleucia. In the ruin itself, you'll find a hidden, lost book, the Kitab al-As-If, after blowing up some rubble, as well as a series of scholarly notes about Yog-Sothoth. Follow the map to the distinct Y-shaped tree, and you'll find the Eldritch Talisman. This is all a fascinating reference to H.P. Lovecraft, and the book is the original Necronomicon, written by Lovecraft's fictional explorer Abdul Alhazred in Arabia in the 8th century, according to Lovecraft's own History of the Necronomicon. Let us know in the comments how many of these enigmas you managed to solve. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.